So this is the initial web page that you see from github.com. You just click on the sign up button, which is up on the upper right hand corner. And the page that gets loaded is a welcome page. It's kind of nerdy looking. You enter your email. This is where you put your Peel email in there. So I'm going to put my Peel email address kind of as an example. The problem is I already have an account here, but I want to bring up the startup messages from the account. So I don't want to use this account. I'm going to use an account that already exists, but it'll have to be something like that. Once you have your account created, then you have to create a password. So I try to bring a strong password. Follow the instructions for making a password, which is given on the screen right there. Enter a username. I would prefer that you enter your own name or your name and your student number. Please, not just your student number, but your name and your student number, or just your name would be preferred. And as for email preferences, leave that unchecked and verify your account. You do that by clicking on that button right there that says verify. And notice you're given a little puzzle that's hopefully very simple for you to do. So for me, I had to turn this chair around so it's pointing in the same direction as the hand. You click submit, and it liked my answer. And then it'll send you a launch code to your email address that you gave it. So go to your email address, open it up, and then go back here, click on the first digit for the enter code, and you can just copy paste it. And right away you're given the sign in page, and you're going to use your email address and your password that you just created. I'm a slow typer, what can I say? Okay. So you're given a whole bunch of questions to answer. You're a student, so click on student for this. And then also how many team members, just select the just me option. We're not doing teams here unless there's a reason. And then what specific features are you interested in using? Go right past all of that and select that option that says skip presentation, or skip personalization, that is. And now you have to put in your repository name. Make sure it's public, so select public. Give it a repository name. You can give it your own name, or you can do what I'm doing and call it ICD-20, but actually ICD-20 is a course code for the grade 10. Maybe put the course code for the course you're taking. And if it'll say it's available to prevent name clashes, and then you click on create a new repository, and that's what it does. Then under quick setup, you select the option creating a new file. So from there, if you're going to submit a file, this is probably the simplest of all possible ways to do it, is that you go to your editor, you select all your code. I did Control A to get all that, and then copy paste. So Control C, or you can go to copy in the editor, and then go to your GitHub and then paste all that code into that window, and voila, you have a submission. Make sure edit is selected, name your file. If it's a Java file, you have to name it the same as the class file. If it's Python, it's a little more open-ended. Either way, Java files end in .java and Python files end in .py. You can add a description to your submission if you like. You don't have to. And then click submit, and voila, you have your first actual file submission. And if you go to your account where it says Arendale CS, or your username, actually, you can actually see your activity all summarized. You've submitted a file, you created your first repository, you joined GitHub. It's all recorded there, every move you made, and I'm able to see that if you send your link to me. And that's that.